Well, hey guys, it's Doug here with your Week 8 MyStatsLab Problem 1 example. And in this example, we're going to be given three situations, and we're to write the null and alternative hypothesis in terms of parameter values. So let's go ahead and look at the first one. The first one says a recent study found that seatbelt law compliance in a certain state was 77% in 2011. And the state wants to know if it has changed. All right, so what do we need to think about here? Let's first think about the null and alternative hypothesis in regards to the parameter that they are made thinking about the population, not a sample. So our hypothesis has to include the population proportion, which means we're going to use P, not P hat. So I'm going to go ahead and put those for both my null and alternative hypothesis. So let's think about this. The null hypothesis will be pretty much status quo. So in this case, the survey says that there are 77% that are in compliance. So our null hypothesis will be that P is going to be equal to 0.77. That will be our null hypothesis. So now let's think about our alternative hypothesis. Well, the way the question is stated, and it says the state wants to know if it has changed. It didn't say the state wants to know if it has increased or has decreased or is equal to or less than, equal to or greater than. None of that verbiage is used. Those are the things that would tell you this is a one-tailed test, going in one direction or another. In this case, we simply want to know if it has changed. So for that, we're just going to say that our alternative hypothesis is that P is not equal to 77% or 0.77. So here we need a not equal to symbol. Well, just for those of you who aren't aware, let's find that symbol. So I'm going to go to Insert. I'm going to go way over here to Symbols, and there you go. It's already highlighted because I was ready to use it. The not equal to sign. So that symbol tab there under the Insert has lots of different things, much more than you even see here. But not equal to is what I need, so I'm going to click on Insert, and there we have it. Close that out. So now we can say that P is not equal to 0.77. There we have it. There is our null and alternative hypothesis for Part A. Let's move on to Part B. Part B says last year a survey found that 62% of a company's employees were willing to pay for on-site daycare. The company wants to know if that has changed. Well, that sounds a lot like Part A, doesn't it? And it's going to end up being about like that. So let's look. The survey said 62% are willing to pay for on-site daycare, so our null hypothesis will be that. It will be P equals 0.62. And just as before, the company wants to know if it's changed. Not up, not down, not left, not right, whatever. It just wants to know if it has changed. So here again, we're going to say P is not equal to, so I'm going to go up here and borrow this one by going to the Home tab, copy, paste, and again we're going to be at 0.62. Now I'm going to format this a little bit. I'm going to highlight those two and go up here and check that left text and move it over there. There you go. So now we know the null hypothesis for Part B is P is equal to 0.62, and the alternative hypothesis is P is not equal to 0.62. So that's Part B. Let's look at Part C. Part C says regular card customers, credit card customers that are, of a credit card company have a default rate of 3.5%. The company wants to know if that rate is different for their gold card customers. Well, here again, we are looking at the null hypothesis, and in this case, we're going to say it is what it says it is, and that our null hypothesis will be P equals, and this will be 0, let's get it back, 0.035, 3.5%. Now our alternative hypothesis will be that it's not the same, just like our last two. It could be higher, it could be lower. In that case, that gives us the two tails, not a one-tail test, and we're going to go with the same way, P, and I'm going to copy and paste again. That P is not equal to 0.035. Again, I'm going to put this over to the left. I just think it looks better. There we have it. So there's part C. Basically the same question in each one. It didn't ask us to go in one direction or another for our alternative hypothesis. It wanted to know that it was different. And that's what we're going to do. We're either going to say it is exactly what we have or it's different. That's basically all we're looking for. And that's all there is to your problem 1 example for week 8, MyStatsLab. See you next time.